Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and today I'm going to be talking to you about my net worth. So I am 29 years old. I turn 30 in October later this year and I want to break down for you my exact net worth at 29 years old. So first of all, what exactly is a net worth? So essentially, your net worth is the value of all your assets minus the value of all your liabilities. So what exactly is an asset and a liability? So an asset is something either that you own or that is making you money. So for example, your money in your bank account, that is an asset, that is yours, that is positive, that is brilliant. A liability is something such as student loans. Say you have $20,000 you have to pay off to the government in student loans. That is considered a liability, and that is what you would take away from your asset. If you have $20,000 in your bank account, but you also have $20,000 worth of student loans, unfortunately, that would equal a net worth of zero. But if you had $30,000 in your bank account and $20,000 of student loans, you need to take that $20,000 of student loans off of your $30,000 bank account, and all of a sudden you have a $10,000 net worth. Look at you go. So I have this budget tracker that I am working on every single day and tracking exactly how much money I spend every single day, every single month. And one of the things that came with this budget tracker was a net worth tracker. So I put in absolutely everything. I put in my assets, my liabilities, and it worked out my net worth for me. Now, without further ado, I want to go through this with you guys and show you how I have the net worth that I have at 29 years old. So I think the first thing we're going to do is go through the assets because that is the exciting thing. So I update my net worth calculator here every single month, and I recently did it when we ticked over to a new month in March because obviously my assets and my liabilities change every single month. My bank account changes every single month. My home loan goes down a little bit every single month. So without further ado, let's talk numbers. So the first thing I have in my assets section here is cash and bank accounts. So I combine all of my bank accounts and work out a total for each month. And I have my Australian bank account, but I also have my European bank account because I'm currently in Germany. I just convert the euros to AUD as best as possible. It's not 100%, but obviously this figure changes quite a bit every single month. So as of the start of March, I had a total of $23,343 between all of my different bank accounts. So that is a great start to the assets of my net worth. Okay, so next we have investments, and I am a big fan of investments, and I have 3 different sections that I'm tracking here. I have stocks, which I mainly buy ETFs, and I do this through Sharesies. I have crypto, which I do have a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I buy this through SwiftX. And then I also have micro investing, which is just roundup investing. I do this through Raise. And this is another pretty decent section for me, and I'm pretty proud of this. But for stocks, I have 27,456. Now this is very interesting because the month before I had 28,000 because it was a really good month for the stock market. This month it's dipping a bit because Trump. But as of March, I had $27,456 invested in my stocks. In my crypto, I have 5,269. Again, this is going down a little bit thanks to Trump, but we hold our stocks, we hold our crypto. That is the plan. I have no plans on selling this. I just want them to grow over time. And in micro investing, I have $224 for a grand total of $32,949 in investments. Okay, so next we have property. I do own a house. I have a mortgage. I bought it for, I think it was, oh my God, I honestly can't remember now. I think it was like mid to high 300,000s. And I put a rough guess in the other day and I said, oh, let's say my house is worth 440,000. Like that's pretty conservative. But no, my house is actually worth quite a bit more than that. And I know this because I live in a row of townhouses, and one of my townhouses actually went up for sale and sold the other day, and this townhouse is literally identical to mine, and it sold for $650,000, which is absolutely insane. The value of that place has just skyrocketed, although I was very fortunate with the timing of when I bought it. I bought the house just before the pandemic hit, or like just as the pandemic was hitting, so prices were low and now they have skyrocketed. But for the sake of not going too crazy, I have in my net worth that my house and my property is worth $600,000, which first of all is crazy. That is so much money, but that's a lot more than my first expected $450,000. So lastly, I have one more asset section in my net worth, and that is my super, which is like your retirement fund, your 401k if you're American, that sort of thing. In Australia, we call it your superannuation fund. And as of March, I have $31,931 in my super fund, which is brilliant because I haven't added to that in the last year because I haven't been working, so it's just been slowly ticking over time, but $31,931. So let's just add that up real quick. Okay, so that gives me a grand total of approximately $688,223. So that's pretty damn good, and that would be a net worth of almost 700,000, but unfortunately we have some liabilities. So let's talk about that. So this is things that I owe money on, and this is taken out of that grand total of my assets to then give me my overall net worth. So first of all, I have a diabolical tax bill. I had a really, really, really good year freelancing a couple years ago, and that ended with a gigantic tax bill that I wasn't prepared for. Honestly, I was prepared for the tax bill, but I wasn't prepared for the HEX debt, my university bill that came off on top of that, and I just wasn't able to pay it, so I went on a payment plan, and I am paying off a certain amount of money every single month, and as of the start of March, I still have $14,179 left on that payment plan, which is crazy, and that is a horrible liability to have. There can be good liabilities and bad liabilities in a way, and something such as short-term debts are not so good as a liability, whereas something like a long-term debt such as my home loan isn't such a bad of a liability, and I'm much more happy to be in debt over my home loan than I am over a tax repayment plan. But I do have a home loan, and as of the start of March, I still have $264,458 left on that home loan, and that just goes and takes a big chunk out of our assets and then has suddenly brought my net worth down quite a lot. But that's okay, because when that house is fully paid off, I'm gonna have a home that I own, and that is really cool. So I have one more liability, and that is my HEX debt. And for my HEX debt, that is $6,230. A HEX debt is your student loans here in Australia. So that is all of my liabilities. Now we could get a little more technical in this, and I could say I bought my car outright when I bought it. I bought it brand new. I paid however much money for it. I could work out how much value my car has decreased, and I could put that in my assets as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep this super basic, but we now need to take that, 290,000, however much money those liabilities add up to, we need to take that off of our grand total of our assets, which is going to give us our net worth. So having calculated all of that, I have a net worth at 29 years old of $403,356. And I am incredibly proud of that. I think that is really, really cool. And 100% the majority of that is the appreciation of my home. And that is crazy. But there you have it. At 29 years old, my net worth is 400,000. And I don't think I will be able to get it to 500,000 by the time I turn 30. That would have been very cool, but we will see. Who knows? I will keep working towards that. Now, this net worth is tracked every single month when I put all the details back in, and I can see that in February my net worth was recorded at 402,693, and now it is 403,356. So it is a very small increase, but it is increasing every single month, and I think this page that I have here is amazing. I'll put a screenshot in for you guys of what I'm looking at. And yeah, that is my net worth at 29 years old. If you feel comfortable, feel free to drop yours in the comments below. Now, this is not a competition. Your net worth could be hundreds and thousands higher. Your net worth could be completely in the negatives. That is completely fine, especially at 20, 29, 30 years old. You are still just starting out your life and figuring it all out. But yeah, I have a net worth of 400,000, and let's see how long it takes to make it 500,000 and then 1,000,000. Let's go, baby. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I put out new videos every few days. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.